What's up guys, welcome back for another DevPro duel video, match number 3 in the DevPro Cross-Banlist, cross-format tournament. We already, as you see on the list, on the bracket list, 2 decks are known for the top 8, which is Tango Plant from the first video, from the first matchup, and the second deck list, of course, Chaos. Chaos Yatalak from 2004 is also in the top 8. The third match will be the match in the right, on the right side of the bracket, the upper right corner. So it will be Goat Control from 2005 paired up against TeleDad 2008. Pretty much, one of the best formats in this game's history. Both Goat Control in 2005 and TeleDad in 2008. By many players, both formats are considered as one of the best formats this game's history has ever had. Let's take a look at the deck lists. First deck list is Goat Control. For this deck list, I based myself on the ultimategame.com website. You can always check it out. I checked out a few top deck lists from the US Nationals back in 2005, and the more recent Shonen Jump after that. I think from June. It was around that around that period of time. So I think it's a pretty standard, more aggressive Goat deck with double DD Assailant. Not as common, although you also had the option to go for double Spy and Guard in the main deck, like Max Suffrage winning his winning list from US Nationals. It was definitely an option. You could go full ham with triple Goat, triple Metamorphosis, but I think that's a bit too much, a bit too cloggy. You don't want to draw into multiple dead Metamorphoses, but the main focus, of course, is to go for Doesn't As Restrict. You have Trinity, which is Pot of Greed, Graceful, and Delinquent Duo, the Air Knight bar set, and so on. So basically, Goat Control 2005. Then the second deck list, TeleDad. I based myself for this deck list on Caesar's, I think it was Cesar Gonzalez, indeed. Caesar's deck list, winning Shonen Jump deck list from back in 2008. He was very successful back then, especially with this list. I think he topped pretty much every Shonen Jump he participated in during that format. So it's definitely one of the better lists out there. So let's hop into the first game. Okay, so the first tool. I'll be the one playing with the Goat Control deck with Goats, and my opponent is playing with TeleDad. I immediately go for Graceful Charity. I am during the Goat format. It was of course better to keep the Graceful, wait until you have a Sinister Serpent or Air Knight or something like that. The cards that you want in your grave as quickly as possible. Since if you don't have any cards to discard, it's not good. It's not optimal to activate your Charity. But here, because I'm playing against TeleDad, a very fast deck. Synchro based deck, very explosive, based on OTKs. I can't wait. I can't play a passive game like during Goat format. Games were very long back then, so I can't wait if I draw into Sinister or I search it out with Sanyan and so on. And I also had the Jinzo, which was also dead. Anyway, I Book of Moon is malicious, so no Synchro Summon. Probably he was going for Stardust, although he top decks into a Crush card. So its Crush card, pre-errata, destroys every strong monster from your opponent in their hand on the field, and you get to see what your opponent draws during the next 3 draw phases. Very cool, very big destructive cards. Anyway, I think my only option here was to go for Thousand Eyes Restrict. Thousand Eyes is the only monster that can attack, and it's also a very big body, of course, thanks to Koyo, which is now attached to the Restrict. Here it didn't seem optimal to go for Tsuku, normal summon it to put the Thousand Eyes Restrict face down, and then flip it face up, back again to Slurp. To slurp his face down monster, which eventually was a Sanyan. So take my Cine back to my hand. Again, it didn't seem optimal to set the Sanyan here. Again, I'm very low on life points, although he's also very low on life points. That's why I went for Tsuku. He does have a Diamond Tooth, and I think he changed his mind activating his teleport in the battle phase. I think he could have done 200 more battle damage if he went for Koyo first. In the end, it doesn't really matter, but it can be crucial. There is a dead Dark Armed. I think yeah, he's 24 cards in his grave. A lot of Dark, so his Dark Armed is dead in his hands. I search out the Spirit Reaper again to temporize the duel, to slow it down, since I'm definitely behind now. I thought Nobleman is not that great against TeleDad, although thanks to Tsuku or Book of Moon I can put the opponent's monster face down, so force out the Solemn Judgment, which is at 3 in the TeleDad deck list, and that's all of course very big. I mean a deck that can spam Stardust with ease and protect your judgments with Stardust is so great. Here I definitely could have tributed my Spirit Reaper for Air Knight, but then again it would have been very risky since he still has his 3 Wing Blasts in his deck. I have to Book of Moon the Exarion since it can attack over defense, so that would have been game exactly, and here I have no choice. I have to risk go for Air Knight. I think he has a Dust Shoot set. No, he definitely could have activated it, and yeah, probably sending the Air Knight back to the deck. So in the end phase, I think he has a Judgment, which he just set it, and in the end phase, we know he has the Exarion set, so I'm going for Call of the Hunted Donjinzo, so I'm boom, 1-0 in front. So a good start for Goats, but it was a very close one. I think because of the misplay, duel would have could have been yeah, it could have been a different outcome. So game number 2, he has a very explosive turn. That kind of setup definitely wasn't good, or it wasn't smart to have such a kind of setup during the TeleDad format, since now your opponent can respond to your field, break your own setup. But saying that I think he has double Judgment, a Crush card, and the Trap Dust Shoot, and that's of course very big. I mean, if you can protect that back row with Stardust, I mean that's a bit overkill, especially against Goat. I mean, I have no chance. He knows my hand, so I did top deck into Magician of Fate, set it, and to go for yeah, at least try to go for 1000 times Restrict. But he reveals his second Judgment, overkill, to put the match at 1-1. I get to start again, open with Graceful Charity, but as I said, it's now I don't have any cards that I want to discard, and I have Sangan to search out the Sinister Serpent, so it's just better to wait, let the opponent destroy your Sangan to search out the Sinister and go from there. He again has a Dust Shoot, very unfortunate. Dust Shoot is such a big card, free information about the opponent's hand and send something back from their hand to the deck. I try to go flip over Torrential, but of course of course he has a Torrential tribute, and again he has a Crush card. I mean, I think thanks to his Crush card he's able to get the third Dark in his grave, so he's able to go for Dark Armed and immediately follow up his play with an OTK. 2-1 behind. Lost another duel, next duel. My hand is decent. Sinister Serpent against the opponent's Delinquent Duo was always great in Goat format. I set the DD Assailant again. If you're playing against the mirror match, lure out the Nobleman of Crossout. That's also one of the reasons why Big Shield Gardener was an excellent deck back then. J-Kim mained a Big Shield during one of those shonen jumps. Again, he has a Crush card. So 3 games in a row he has Crush card, pretty much crippling me from my high attack monsters, and on top of that he gets free information about my hand, and yeah, during my next 3 draw phase again he can see my draw, so this is again not good. I think he only has 2 Darks in his grave. The Greffer will be his third one. He knows my hand, and I think my only option here was to go for Snatch Steal. I can't wait. I'm left at 3700. Go for Snatch Steal. I don't have any spells in the grave. I can set Magician of Fate, but I think yeah, go for Sinister was the better move. But yeah, the double Dark Armed and Stardust. Yeah, I think it's pretty much clear which deck has the advantage here. I mean, yeah, then again, he did have Crush card, and I think in all the duels 4 times in a row. I might be mistaken, but yeah, Crush card definitely wasn't needed, but it's just so overkill. I mean. Yeah, if you asked me before the match which deck would have won or which deck would have had the advantage, I would have said TeleDad. Again, power creep, or it's just faster, much more destructive, especially thanks to the triple Judgment, the double Dark Arm, Stardust setup, and so on. It's yeah, it's definitely TeleDad was definitely had the advantage over GOAT. But yeah, this was kind of brutal in the end. So yeah, this was it. Match number 3. So TeleDad is going on to the top 8 to the next round. So now we have 3 decks known. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Beacom signing out. Peace.